Oh, here's Nancy Mace. And in fact, we talked about it. I talked about it with Robin when we filled in for Mike. But it's this important. I'm talking about it again.
Recognize Miss Mace from South Carolina.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Martin O'Malley, I want to wish you luck in your campaign to be chair of the Democrat National Committee. And let me just say, I think you are the perfect candidate to chair the Democrat Party. You're a liberal.
You hear this shit? Okay. This keeps going on. This goes on. It's not just her, it's all of them.
Record is truly astonishing.
Thank you.
At an event in 2005, you compared a federal budget request which cut spending to the terrorist attacks of 9/11. You raised taxes, tolls, and fees on your constituents.
Isn't she unbearable? Her face, you know, just her face alone, with the dripping hate and just her disrespect, while she's got these giant crosses around her, framing her fucking her sourpuss. Miss Mace.
83 times as governor of Maryland.
And of course,
including
all of this,
increasing sales taxes.
All of this is a lie and distortion, you know. But what else do they have? They don't have anything in reality to boast about. They can't. What are they going to say? We made the rich richer. We hate you. We leave you out in the cold. We leave you behind every fucking time. We're the ones that will ensure that your bedroom remains flooded every time it rains. We're the ones. FJB. And F you for voting for him. Oh, F you, honey.
Taxes, the gas tax. You also created an array of new taxes on services for your constituents.
And the number one public
I'm talking. I'm going to reclaim my time. I'm talking right now. I've not asked you a question.
Why are you so angry, bitch?
No, I haven't.
What's the angry act? They're all so angry, you know? I'm reclaiming my time. What are you fucking angry about? Because you suck? Because you're a lick spittle to a con man with a fake university and a convicted felon? A convicted rapist? Because you got nothing but hate? Because you gotta hate with less than 1% of the population, and you know that, you know, because of money, you need money from the fellow hateful monsters, and you know that history's gonna revile you more than the normal people of Earth do now? Is that why you're so dripping with hate? You know, if Jesus came back, we know you'd crucify him again, but how dare you? With the crosses, all this performance art, flags and crosses, and you love God. Everything is a lie. Okay, keep going.
No, you haven't.
For your constituents, making your constituents, the people you served in Maryland, pay more. You love some law-breaking illegal aliens as well. You've advocated for mass amnesty for illegal aliens. My favorite part of your love for criminals in this country is you don't refer to them as illegal aliens, but instead you refer to them as new Americans. You must really hate American citizens. You must really hate our country. In 2011, you signed a bill into law to allow illegal aliens to qualify for in-state tuition at public universities in Maryland. And the hits are going to keep on coming. In 2014, you signed a bill into law to allow illegal aliens to get Maryland driver's license. In 2014, you signed a bill into law to allow gender-confused, sexually perverted men to use women's restrooms and locker rooms. In other words, you forced women and underage girls to undress in front of men.
Wow.
I could go on. Suffice to say, you're perfectly...
Of course, trans women are not men, you pig. No offense to pigs, but okay. In fact, she's encouraging confused, hate-mongering fascists to get all furious about shit that don't exist. You know, as long as the American people are divided and fighting amongst each other, Republicans win. They're happy. But the entire, I'm just trying to find this thing because I had a whole fucking thing. Where is it? Of Nancy, because everything she's saying is a lie, like, and a distortion. Well, take my word for it at this point. But the point of the whole thing, I'll just fast forward a little.
What a woman is for me today.
Madam, or
Can you
Congresswoman-
define what a woman is?
Oh, yes.
What is a woman?
You're
What
going to
is
ask
this
me to define
bullshit?
what a woman
Yes, I am right now.
Well, I'm
You
talking,
just said you could.
Yes.
Explain it to me.
I'm talking to a woman right now.
Are you?
Distinguished woman.
What is
Elected
a woman?
What? See,
representative.
you know what I'm saying? Okay, the reason I'm playing this, I guess we don't have to play the whole thing, but look at his demeanor. What? Like, don't you have a spine, honey? You want to lead the Democratic National Committee? Oh, he doesn't seem very strong to me in the face of this kook, this demented, perverted kook in front of him. And why he has to, I guess, everybody's got to do them, right? You do you. This is his personality. It is what it is. But as you notice, as she's going on about Democrat National Committee, Democrat Party, you're going to lead the Democrat Party, all this. None of the other Democrats in the committee asked for a point of order and to correct the fact that Nancy Mace is talking about something that doesn't exist. And the reason we will never win if we continue to allow the Republicans to frame not only the conversation, they even frame how the Democratic Party is called. They don't get to rename the Democratic Party without any kind of opposition, for fuck's sake. But it seems like they are. I don't know who in the Democratic Party or what political genius came up with the strategy of sitting there like a beaten, battered spouse while a demented kook beats you and lambasts you and calls you anything other than your name. I don't know who came up with this, but how can we expect the Democratic Party to stand up to this fascist effing goddamn baboon, this entire cabal of monsters, to Project 2025, all these hate-mongering fascist pricks, and the everything that they have on their side, the unlimited money, their lack of standards, their lack of shame. How do we expect the Democrats to stand up against that and fight if they can't even stand up for their own damn name? It's unreal. And no wonder the Democrats are perceived as weak, because that's what the Republicans say. And this is what they say on their propaganda channels, on their Russian-funded propaganda channels. And, who can assert otherwise, frankly? Because the Democrats don't seem to have a fucking scrap in them.
What is a woman?
I think you're kind of denigrating the purpose of this.
What is it? You can't define what a woman is. All right. In an
I'm
effort to be
married
fair,
to a woman.
in an
I
effort
have
to be
two
fair and
daughters who are
unbiased,
women.
in an effort to be fair and unbiased, can you define what a man is for me?
I have
It's incredible.
two sons
Okay.
that are men. Yes,
I have a
can.
series of yes or no questions. So the potentially future chair of the Democrat Party cannot
See,
define.
there
let's
you
for the
go
record, Mr.
again.
Chairman. He cannot define what a woman is, and he cannot define what a man is.
This is-
And you expect
It's just
the
pathetic.
people in this country to follow your lead? I'm a woman who has broken so many glass ceilings in my life. The first
you
Republican
really?
woman elected to Congress from South Carolina. The first woman to ever graduate from the Citadel of the Military College of South Carolina.
Oh, you mean your
I
DEI,
know what a
right?
woman is, and I'm going to
You-
protect every one of them. So I have a series.
Protect them from decency, dignity, democracy, being, humanity. Protect them from freedom, from not having to bleed out in parking lots.
Of yes or no questions for you. Today, one of my Democrat colleagues yesterday
See?
said
No,
a
wait, there
rape
you go
victim's-
again. Democrat is not a noun. I mean, an adjective. It's a noun. So it's democratic. I don't understand. I know I talk about this a lot because, and I just like I talk about the mainstream media, because this is the problem. It's infuriating, but it speaks volumes. It's like they have conceded defeat before even throwing up a defense hand. And the fact is, this whole Democrat Party bullshit, this isn't nothing new. It goes back to the 1940s. That's when it started. But now it's epidemic. It's endemic to the Republican Party. And you tell me, if a Democrat, if Martin O'Malley could go on the corporate media and call the Republican Party, I'd just like somebody to try it, to see how many seconds it takes them to jump in and stop it and correct it. That's what would happen. What are you doing? Why are you saying Republican Party? That's not the name of the party. Let's just call people by their names. But the Republican, I have plenty of clips of the corporate media being interviewed on the corporate media, and the Republicans saying Democrat Party and them saying nothing. And whether it be an interviewer or a pundit, why should they? Why the hell should they? The Democrats don't stand up for themselves. Why should anybody on the corporate media? Why should, Anderson Cooper do that job for them? Isn't that Martin O'Malley's job? He wants to be the head of the DNC.
Fear of rape was just, quote, fantasy. Do you agree with this statement? Is a woman's fear of being raped, a fantasy?
That's what she's talking about when I was saying earlier, meaning fear of rape. Well, Jasmine Crockett said it's a fantasy, what she's talking about, because she was talking about women being raped by men dressed as women in women's bathrooms, like hiding out in a woman's bathroom dressed like a woman so they can rape women. And this is something that doesn't happen. And I don't know, maybe it'll happen now that Nancy Mace has given this whatever serial killer that votes for her a good idea, right? But it's not a thing. It's a fantasy in her twisted, demented, perverted mind, or excuse for her mind. But she's using it again as just spreading this bullshit. Because fear, be afraid, be afraid.
Yes or no?
No, it's not a fact.
Okay, one of my Democrat colleagues yesterday stated a rape victim's fear of rape is being, quote, dramatic.
Of course, the devil's in the details, and there you go, right? But let's not continue. He just takes the whipping like the whipped dog that he is for the next 5 minutes or so. And then, of course, the other Democrats sat there like the good battered spouses that they are, hoping and waiting for their, their drunken mates to stop it, please. I'll be nice. Please, eventually, he gets like this. They get like this. And if it's my fault. I shouldn't, if I act nice, maybe they'll, eventually he'll know how much I love him and he'll change. That's the Democratic Party's strategy for dealing with Republicans. Exactly. And hold on a second. Here's another one. It goes on. Here's perjury trader Green.
Since you're very interested in being DNC chair, you are, after all, a lifelong Democrat politician. I don't even know if you had a job in the real
Democrat
world.
is
but
not
you have been an elected.
an adjective. I know you're very not too smart there, perjury, but Democrat is a noun, and the adjective is democratic. But okay, continue.
Yep, I've had a
Politician for
few of
years.
them.
Mr. O'Malley,
And I
you're
ran my
also
own-
a
and I
Catholic,
ran
are you
my own
not?
law
You're
firm.
also a Catholic, are you not?
No religious
I
tests,
am.
but
Do you
okay.
serve God or do you serve the Democrat Party?
See, there you go again. Mr. Chairman, what is going on here? That's not I don't know what they're talking about. There's no Democrat Party, right? I don't know what this pathology is. But come on here. Let the record reflect that the asshole, the perjury traitor green queen questioning me should call the Democratic Party by its actual name. I mean, is that too much to ask from this esteemed body where you're always pining for us to come together? Why is the country so divided? I don't know. The country's so divided. Isn't it a shame that the Democrat Party just won't work with President Trump? Why can't America ever come together if this Democrat Party and this Democrat National Committee doesn't want to work with our dear leader? Or, Daddy's finally home, but where's the Democrat Party?
I serve God. And
Okay,
country
then
and
Mr.
Mr.
O'Malley.
Chairman, as a
It's
Roman
incredible.
Catholic, I take offense
I
at the
As a
suggestion
Roman Catholic, I take offense at the suggestion.
My
that
time.
somebody has to
Mr.
choose
O'Malley,
between
I
God
reclaim my
and their
time.
service.
But they don't take offense to the incessant misnomer, right? I don't get it. I don't get it. Can anybody explain this to me and I'll stop talking about it? But maybe I'll never stop talking about it until they stop letting it slide like babies. It's just I couldn't take it. If somebody called me not my name deliberately, wouldn't you? They're doing. It's not a nice name. It's not like a pet name. They're not calling you darling or dear. They're calling the Democrat Party to separate the American people, to make from the Democratic Party. A party that evokes just the name Democratic evokes good things like freedom and decency and democracy and e pluribus unum and shit. But Democrat, that's a rat, That's not, you don't like Democrat. That's something that is so dripping with disrespect. We don't even have to call it by its name. No one wants to vote Democrat. Right? They're talking about the oldest continuous political party in world history with this juvenile pejorative. And of course, calling somebody by their name, it's part of how you have a functioning society. It's about building trust, right? Creating a welcoming environment of cooperation. It demonstrates a level of emotional intelligence when you call somebody but what they want to be called. And of course, it also it kind of reduces a conflict, wouldn't it? If you call somebody what they want to be called, call them by their name. But this has been going on since the 1940s, and now it's expected from the fucking convicted felon to the lowliest of Russian-funded influencers. And you better believe it when I'm not watching that prick get sworn, take the fake oath he's going to violate immediately, but he's going to say something. If he references the Democratic Party, it's going to be Democrat Party. And nobody will stop it. Of course, not in his tacky speech, but it will even when he's being interviewed. by anybody. They don't excuse me, Mr. President, why don't you just call the Democratic Party by its name? It's such a babyish, juvenile tactic. And it doesn't, the office of the presidency, don't you think the American people expect more from you and deserve more than just babyish taunts? Half the American people, there are more registered Democrats in the country than there are filthy fascist pricks, registered Republicans. But you won't. They're working on that, of course. You won't know that by watching corporate media go on and enable this whole, he's got a mandate. My ass has a mandate. But Trader Trump don't.
I reclaim my time. Mr. O'Malley, will you be
See, they're more offended
the
about
murder of the unborn
thing about the
up until the day of
Catholics.
birth like your party does? As DNC chair, will you be supporting the murder of innocent unborn people? Is that in line with your faith in God and the Catholic
your mother?
Church?
I trust the judgment of women and doctors.
Where was
over
abortion
the
when
judgment
you were
of government?
No,
see,
do you trust?
this is the other thing that fucking drives me nuts. I trust a woman, great, wonderful. Where's the other part of that? I mean, I should be DNC chair at this point. I think I would do a better job. Really. Because it's not, great. A woman's right to choose. Wonderful. We all get that. And that's easily dismissed by the maggots in general, because you just say, well, choose the murder of a baby. No, what's wrong with saying, I don't support murder, of course. I'm not a Republican, but I do support the freedom to control your own body, freedom to make decisions with your doctor and yourself and your family. And I support the Democratic policies that actually reduce the abortion rate. I support the health and education and the expanded, health care, the expanded salaries, the family leave, the policies that actually reduce the abortion rate. And since criminalizing abortion does not reduce the abortion rate, yeah, I trust women. Criminalizing abortion, all that does is kill women, as we know for the fact that the abortion rate in the country is up since the fall of Roe. How fucking hard is that? How hard is that, Martin O'Malley? To sit there. Well, I trust women. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Bring a book. Anybody got I don't know. What are you eating for lunch?